Alright, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. At a certain amount of time, after you guys have a number of debates and arguments among your fellow classmates, you guys can vote on one of your classmates. If you guess correctly, I'll punish the blackened, but if you guess wrong, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and they have the right to leave this killing game. Any questions before we begin? Oh, yeah. What are those? As I explained in the first trial, these are where the victims would have sat if they were still alive. Had you known that if you had not skipped part of the trial? Sorry, I was sleeping. Whatever. Alright, let's begin by discussing exactly what killed him. Concur. None of us were there, so exactly what killed him. Silver, mind helping me out? Of course. What killed him were the 3 bullet wounds, which were head, back, foot. Correct. Those were the 3 main shots that he received before he died. Which one exactly killed him? We do not know. But what we do know is the murderer had to have been incredibly strong. So we can rule out. Well, first we can rule out. Can't be them. Cannot be me, Kirby, or me, McHugh. Because you found the bodies, correct. We can also rule out can't be them either. It cannot be Link, Eevee, Boo, or Snorlax. Understandable, but how could you rule out Snorlax? Bruh, he was saved the entire trial, entire investigation. True. Just leaves the possible murderers as you, and you. The other possible murderers could be VR Freddy, Meta Knight, Stitch, Deku, or Knuckles. What? How can you rule with me as a possible murderer? Look at you. You're built for a gun like that. You didn't rule me as a possible suspect, as a safe or murderer. We'll rule you as safe for now. Alright. But how can we roll down more? I can figure out another possible person who's not the murderer. They just didn't have the time nor leeway to do it. It can't be these 2. Knuckles, VR Freddy. That's where you're wrong. Hi. Explain me, how am I wrong? You say those 2 can't be the murderer? How can you prove that? Woo! I can prove it. For one, Knuckles doesn't do anything besides train. Ugh. And when he does stop training, he gotta eat and go in the bathroom. Alright, you may have figured out a good alibi, but can you not think of when you're sleeping? Yeah. 1, that man's not sneaky enough for that. You seen him? Now every time he goes enters a room, and he has no filter whatsoever. Doesn't look like he had a single shred of being a murderer. Very well. How about VR Freddy? That man's so loud, it's impossible for me to murder him. Even so, I still don't believe you. And eat this. Both of them are impossible to murder because of their filter or their loud personality. Ugh. Very well. I'll plead my case. There we go. You two cannot be the murderers. Oh, thank God. But Meta Knight, how do you know you're not the murderer? No? That is true. I know you're not the murderer. What are you talking about? Of course I'm not the murderer. But how can we prove that, big bro? Or are you Stitch? How can we prove that you're not innocent? I was with them the entire time. But you also knew where the gun was. So I know I look for the gun. These are the only possible suspects. Meta Knight and Stitch. Which are the only possible murderers we have. Submit it. What? Huh? So I'm clear then? Yeah, you are. Phew. But how do you know that's them? One, we haven't seen Meta Knight we haven't seen Meta Knight at all up until the trial where he was dead. And Stitch, you're with the entire crew, so there's no guarantee that you're not the murderer. Both are physically strong enough to be able to handle that gun of that size. Comparatively, when I got knocked out by the gun. I didn't know who the murderer is. It has to be you. Has to be you, Stitch. The murderer is you, Stitch. Huh? Contradictory. Huh? Yeah. You think I'm the murderer? Preposterous. How could you even assume such a thing? Huh? Alright. Simple. Huh? How is it simple? One, you were with us when we found the gun. I don't know where it was, but you and Deku found bullets. So what? It was pretty easy for you to notice that if you found bullets, there had been a gun somewhere. Yeah, even if that doesn't make me a murderer. I'm not done yet. It's one crucial piece of information that I neglected to skip. Huh? What are you yapping about? Yeah. Bit of information, buddy, is that while I was out cold, all I had to do was wait for Silver and Evie to leave so that you could pounce. Give it up. No! Huh? What do you mean when you were knocked out? I could go wait. It's simple. When I fired the gun off, all you had to do was wait for Silver and Evie to leave. And then you go look for the gun. Am I wrong? You are the murderer. No, you're wrong. You're wrong. I won't die here. This can't be. I refuse to let you kill me. This is the truth of the case. Wow, Evie and Silver were working with the body. And after I shot the gun, knocking myself out, the murderer took out the perfect opportunity to wait for them to leave. Early in the morning, the murderer, knowing about the bullets, went to go look for the gun. After finding it, they put their plan into motion. They called over probably one of the most annoying contestants, Groot. And luring Groot, once he had his back turned, the murderer grabbed the gun, shot him once in the back of the head. And the murderer sent one more shot into the other foot. And then finally, he sent one more shot into the victim's head. And after the murderer confirmed it, he grabbed the gun and just chucked it in a remote area. Not knowing, but he gave himself away in one fatal swoop. Shot the gun and knocked me out. Which kind of confirmed that you were strong enough to handle the gun. Giving yourself up as the murderer. Isn't that right? Though you almost got away with it. Isn't that right? Stitch, the ultimate alien. That's the truth of the case. You're right. But why? Yeah. When you see an entire planet be destroyed, you can only wonder. I'm sorry I killed him. And I know my sins can never be undone. But hopefully my death can bring about a peaceful end to this hellhole. If only that were true. But I know this game will not end. So wherever you are, you sick, twisted fuck of a mastermind, I promise you that these survivors will rule you out. Your days here are numbered. Just remember that. Well, cast your votes. Make the right one or the dreadfully wrong one. Boo-hoo. Go. Well, that's all she wrote, folks. Now, get the hell out of my trial. As we all walked away, disappointed for what he was disappointed. Not because of what Mimikyu, not because of what's, not because of the murder. Not even because of who did it. Just the fact that someone would still commit a murder is the worst part about it. I thought we could all be united, stand as one against despair. But I guess that was nothing more than a pipe dream. a dream, a fantasy that may never come to be. But as long as I still have breath in my body,
Hayden?
I will not give up. One name before I go, Monokuma. What? We will stop you. No matter what. Sure. Junior, what's gonna happen to us? Yeah, man, what's gonna happen? I don't know, guys. Now that another murder has happened and our execution's happened, who really knows what could happen? I'm scared, Junior. I don't want to die. Me neither. All I can really do is hope. Hey, guys. Hey, Mimikyu. Just thinking about the trial as well. Yeah. Well, I'll let you all talk for a little bit. Well, guys, I hope none of you die. You're gonna be heartbroken. Hey. We want to talk to you. Well, I'll let you guys talk. Hey guys, so what do y'all want to talk about? I want to talk about the trial. Maybe we should stop betraying so much and actually be focusing on what's going on around us. Yeah, all three of us are guilty of just focusing on our ultimate talents and not actually focusing on what's going on around us. I agree. We have not been doing much of our job. Our tribe is suffering because of it. Our tribe, man? Really? What, I'm a Kenya warrior. All I know are tribes. It doesn't matter, but all of us vow to try and do better in the coming days. That's all I want to talk about. And I'll try to keep my music down late at night. Much appreciated. I'm very sorry for what has happened. It is very heartbreaking to see. Be strong, tiny Bowser. We will get through this alive. I promise you that. Well, ready to go? Not quite yet. Still want to do a little more talking and thinking. Well, about what? About just think about the two murders. The murder on Bowser, the murder on Bulbasaur. Well, he did say that was for us. I can kind of see about that. I can kind of see that. The first murder was actually somewhat selfless. Bulbasaur asked to die, and Wario would accomplish it, so that we all wouldn't starve to death. Yeah. But the last murder was pretty selfish. It's all Monokuma's fault for putting those stupid images in our head. Speaking of Monokuma, do you know those images are real or fake? I really don't know, man. I really don't know. Wow. We just gotta try harder to just keep it positive. Yeah. You're right. We cannot let despair get to us. I refuse to fall to despair. I refuse to give in to despair. Despair will not conquer me. I will conquer despair.
Stitch died?
Danganronpa.